Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's March 9th, 2022. A few days ago, after Thea had cleaned up the work area, and that's the area you see where I'm standing there right now, Thea spent a couple of days trying to clean up because everything gets put on these shelving units during the after springtime, after we transplant all of our plants into the ground. So we have different onions drying on the racks, we have different supplies and so on. So in early March, sometimes in the end of February, that's when we start doing our seed starting over here in the work area. So that's what this video is showing you today. There'll probably be more videos with seed starting. I'm not using the vacuum seeder here. I'm actually starting some perennial flower seeds. And some of these end up going into the freezers so that they can have a period of frost so that the cold dormancy, so that those seeds will germinate properly. I'm putting these in 18 cell flats. I think I say 24 in the video, but that's just not accurate. So you'll see us starting some of these seeds in the beds, and I describe a little bit of it, but I'm not going to bore you with all the different types of seeds that we started. There'll be more videos coming in the future going over the whole seed starting process that we go through here in the work area. Okay, I'm going to plant some purple coneflower in these 24 cell flats. I usually use the 72 cell flats, but some of these things will. So this is March 3rd, 2022. Probably doing a few too many seeds in here, but we'll see what our germination rate is like with these seeds. This is peat moss and perlite. Nice and moist. Really want good contact with the soil. And these seeds do like being covered up, as opposed to many of the smaller seeds that really like to sit right on the surface of the ground. So I'll bring them right up over here. And this is really nice peat moss and perlite mix. The references say give it about 1/4 inch of soil over the top of it. Now, it's still very cold in here. I have the doors open in the work area here right now. And the temperature in here is probably getting up to in the mid-40s to lower to mid-40s. I'm gonna have to come through and clean all these clean covers. So the purple coneflower. There's some more cleaning up to do. This is getting started. Okay, so we're going to do some chamomile seed here. They're so tiny. I hate these buggers. Now I've already pressed the peat moss, and man, it's harder than heck to see in here. Oh my God, too many there. God, too many there. And these guys need sunlight to germinate. I really do like them. We do love the tea. These are such fine seeds. My vacuum seeder's just too big of holes for this type of seed. So this is the German chamomile. So I won't bore you with too much more of the, starting the seeds. I'm not using the vacuum seeder for two reasons. Since these are 18 cell flats, and all of my vacuum seeder trays that are set up for the 72 cell flat. So I will shoot a little bit of video in the coming weeks of starting like some of the red onions, the San Marzano tomatoes, the banana peppers, and so on and so forth. And I do use a vacuum seeder. It makes things much quicker. But one reason is because I don't have the 18 hole or 18 cell setups for my vacuum seeder, and the other reason is some of these seeds are so tiny that it's absolutely almost impossible to my holes are too big in my vacuum seeder. These would just get sucked right up into the vacuum, and none would end up in the seed flats. Another thing that I should mention is the tiny seeds. They typically are the ones that need full sun exposure. Some of the seeds I'm starting end up, the seed flats go in the freezer, or they need to go outside where they can have a really cold period of time. And all of the seeds, the peat moss and perlite mix has already had water added to the mix. We want the soilless mixture to be moist but not wet, and we want good contact between the seeds and the soil itself. So that's why you see me tapping down on the soil. Even if I don't put more soilless mixture over the top of the seeds, I pat them down so that the seeds are getting good contact with that soil moisture. So that about does it for this video. If you found this video of value, please give us a thumbs up. Feel free to ask leave any comments, ask any questions. I'm always happy to share my thoughts on these things. And by all means, folks, have a super fantastic day. Bye-bye now.